All right, all right. Hey, thanks for joining me here today. This is going to be a presentation around tips to get more clients. In fact, killer tips to get more clients is the official title here. And this is Jan Ragnerud at janragnerud.com/seminars, where I teach and train and educate on these topics, all digital, very much focused on growth and also search engines and paid advertising. But let's dig into this presentation here today, and let's see if you can't recognize a couple of these for yourself. And certainly, I hope I instill some new ideas. That's the goal. The first one here is referrals, right? And we know referrals are great, but are you actually asking for them, right? And many folks here are a little bit embarrassed, perhaps, or feel it's kind of inconveniencing the person. But straight up here, you have a great value to provide. You have great product, great services. Asking for referrals, and it can be as simple as, of course, if you're out and about and you're talking to a client or somebody you're servicing, ask for referrals, ask for network referrals, family, friends, and also just reach out via email. You know, just a simple email that says something like, hey, it's great working with you. And if the project is over, it was great working with you. And we're looking to service more clients the way we did with you. So if you want to refer us a client, we'd love it. And leave it at that. No pressure, right? Next one here is partnerships. And sort of similarly here is, you know, what partnerships do you have that you're not leveraging? And really also from sort of a warm network, but also from kind of a cold outreach, if you will. Somebody knows somebody, you're a friend of a friend, that kind of thing, right? This sort of 7 levels of indirection in terms of relationships. You know, Bob knows Janet, Janet knows Susan, Susan knows, you know, that whole cycle, right? Well, introduce yourself. Have something that's of value in terms of presenting it, so you're not just, hey, my name is Jan and I do great things. Be a little bit more thoughtful about that, and think about what partnerships can you make. For instance, if you're servicing an industry where there's potential to kind of add value to you know, partners who are not doing exactly what you're doing, that's a great way to kind of complement what they're doing, adding more services and value to their clients by virtue of yourself. Job boards, great opportunity here in terms of just going out there and not only getting a sense for the market and scouring the job boards, but going out there and placing yourself in the mix, right? So this might be something that's a little bit more opportunistic for consultants, experts, and you know, professionals who want to make themselves available on sort of a freelancer basis. But you get the drift, and job boards are great, but you can go out there right now and just use job boards and then the name of your niche, right? You're going to see that. You're going to find it in Google. Top job boards, top 10 job boards in, you know, market, right? Great opportunity. Lost clients reactivation. It's so obvious, you know, but yeah, guess what? I mention it here because in truth, you may have serviced clients a year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Did you reach out to them? Have you spoken to them at all? Or would it be a great chance for you to do so? Well, I think you should. Go out there and find those who are basically in your arsenal, but you haven't serviced for a while. Reactivate them. Give them something of great value and tell them what you've been doing. Helping network connections. This is all about adding value. Really not just in the sense of, hey, I'm going to help you right now, but you need to pay me. No, just, you know, voluntarily help out, give value. You get known as somebody who's not only helpful, but adds value, adds kind of a good incentive for them to either come back to you and say, hey, we'd like to hire you to help with this, or hey, it's not a good time for us right now, but we have a company here that would need your services, right? So it kind of ties into this referral structure a little bit, but helping is the key word here. Paid advertising, you know about it, but Google and Facebook is amazing. Just for a few dollars a day, actually, depending on, of course, the levels of competitiveness here. A lot of folks are coming onto Facebook as they are Google. So some markets are more click unfriendly, but it's all about the funnel development, right? A click at $1 might be a lot to some, $10 there's a lot to others. But if you're converting and you get ROI, hey, that's what you want, right? Retargeting, remarketing, the ability to place a cookie and a script on somebody's browser and following them around and presenting materials and data and viewpoints and educational materials, videos, etc. to follow up on is a fantastic opportunity. On Facebook, you have custom audiences where you can basically not only drive traffic to your website through Facebook paid, but you can retarget them by servicing them new data or new content pieces at a much less costly click. Blogging, that means you blog on your site, 1 to 2 to 3 times a week, maybe once a week is all you need for your market, but it's a very authoritative, thoughtful piece, and it speaks to what their needs are. So you're answering questions and giving perspectives. There's a lot of opportunity for blogging, obviously, for driving traffic, but certainly for creating authority and leadership for your market. Guest blogging, likewise, but this is where you do outreach and you go to blogs and marketplaces that serve your area, but that essentially you speak to, right? So you become a guest blogger on a particular website that is in your market. Not only do you get visibility, sort of the trust building aspect, the brand visibility also, but links back to your website to create authoritativeness, if that's a word, to boost your traffic and visibility in search engines. A fantastic opportunity here. Creating an ebook, you probably have heard this, but in truth, it's easier now than it ever has been. For instance, here's what you do. If you have a blog already and you have a bunch of content already going for you and you're getting some traction with it, take that content. There's some plugins actually if you have WordPress that auto creates an ebook. You got to do a little formatting, some headlines, throw a graphic on there, a cover sheet, but you can create an ebook very easily from your existing content. If you don't have any content right now, speak to it, speak into the microphone or to your iPhone and just send it up to rev.com, rev.com, and then go to fiverr.com after that with the text copy and have it copy edited, and then get somebody to create a cover for that ebook. And this doesn't have to be extensive. That might be a 20-page ebook. Very powerful for traffic, authority, and lead generation. And that's exactly what this is. So anything you can do to create lead generation is a must do, right? And lead generation takes many forms, but ultimately lead generation goes through some kind of an action on your page. So whether it's a landing page outright, if it's a webinar, or if there's a video they're watching, there's always a call to action. Maybe they're up on the SLIDESHARE and they're watching a presentation that you have at the end there. There's a lead form, right? Well, make sure that you track the leads into your funnel, that you build these leads on a continuous basis. And by the way, when you build these leads, serve them. Don't just call them up and sell them, serve them, educate them, push them through the funnel. Twitter search, very much underutilized when I speak with clients. Go into Twitter, simply search for jobs, hiring, marketplace needs and the keyword that you're looking for, right? The idea that Twitter search is a goldmine is absolutely correct. Very much underused, as I said. And if you use Audiense with an SE at the end there, it's a great tool for tracking activity, finding people that you should be following in terms of getting their attention, but also influencers. A great tool, a free and paid tool. But Twitter search with this combined, it's a great strategy for getting more clients and visibility out there. And of course, nothing like handshakes and face-to-face, right? Meetup.com, EVENTBRITE.com. You can go out there and search for neighborhood events. Perhaps you can just shoot it off a message to the sponsor or to the event host and tell them, hey, I loved what you did last time, or I love what you're doing right now. I would love to come and speak about topic X. I'm happy to do so, right? Great way to get out there and get visibility and generate clients. Speaking in general is an awesome thing. LinkedIn profile for B2B specifically, but you should have it It's a high authority trusted domain, as well as just simply a professional profile here speaks volumes. You can take a look at mine just by searching my name into LinkedIn profile, and you'll see what I'm doing there. But I get a lot of requests and invites through LinkedIn profile, and of course when we talk about profiles on LinkedIn, we can talk about advertising, but really the big deal on LinkedIn is groups. Belonging to groups and adding content and value there, absolutely huge. Free sessions that educate and sell. So this would be the opportunity that you create for somebody to come in to perhaps a 15, 20, 30-minute session with you, which essentially is a strategy session where you educate. And when I say sell, you're positioning yourself for the sale. The idea is that it's free. You educate them, kind of give them a blueprint, take them through strategies that they kind of feel like they own themselves. And at the end, you just ask them, hey, if you want to need some help, or if you want some more insights to this, I'm glad to talk about that if you're ready. And this is a great strategy for consultants and experts and coaches to use this. And I advise you to go and think about how you can implement that right now in your business. Creating a course, always great. Productizing kind of your services and creating a course, an opportunity to basically build authority and trust, but educate. Udemy, udemy.com is a great place to start. They're looking for content, looking for experts like you. Creating a course and making it available is not only great for your visibility, trust, brand lift, all of that, but you can use it everywhere pretty much to kind of position yourself to engage with your business. And it's a very strong contender in this getting a client presentation today. Creating offers. Now it's obvious, but creating offers that are hard to turn down. You know, where you kind of theme up your bulk of products or services, or you package it up into bundles, and you have strong offers like this with an upsell, downsell strategy in your funnels. All of these combined have a great outcome in terms of what the opportunity is that you can present for getting more clients. Obviously, an offer has to be very specific to your audience. It has to be targeted to the audience, and it doesn't need to be cheesy and weird here. This is, again, sort of tying into that whole value add model that I'm talking about. But you must have strong offers with call to action. So that leads to this capture leads concept, right? You know, the drips there stands for essentially nurture management through emails, where you drip out an email every other day based on a particular segment or funnel. But once you capture the leads, you want to drip feed information that serves that purpose and serves that need. And, you know, maybe there's 3, 4, 5 videos or emails in, you present a strong offer. So this is an absolutely must do here. Industry playbooks, great for showing again that authority leadership and to show a process and kind of showcase how you work, essentially. The fact that it's an industry playbook also gives you a tremendous level of authority, especially when it's done professionally and done in the right way. Co-working and events, you know, co-working spots, co-working lofts, getting out of your office if you're a solopreneur is absolutely necessary. Co-working lofts are great. You know, even inviting folks to events at a co-working area where you obviously have others that work there, but that you see that you have kind of a group of people and professionals that all show up in a you know, mature networking place can be a very strong benefit as well. Earth mail, yeah, good old earth mail, right? So writing a postcard, sending it out, and basically just letting them know thanks, you know, letting them know that there's an event coming up, or letting them know that there's a free webinar that's coming up, or just, as I said, a thank you note, just simply thank you, I appreciate you, and that's it, right? You'll probably want to put your URL at the bottom, and but it's not intended to be sort of a strong call to action necessarily. This whole idea of direct mail warrants a whole separate discussion, but the fact that you're actually handwriting something, you can easily see how that's going to get somebody's attention very, very quickly versus just an email or what everybody else is doing. So I probably don't need to say this, but I am, and it's becoming an expert. totally own your market, become an expert in that market, let them know who's boss, right? Do this with sort of care and candor, as I say. You're going to tell them what's right, you're going to tell them the mistakes, you're going to show them how to solve certain problems, and they look to you as an expert. Answer questions ties into this. Quora.com is a great place. There's others as well, but essentially when they see you out there answering questions and helping, creates a tremendous sort of group and community feeling, as well as people start to refer back within the community and back out to you. Facebook groups is another great place. In fact, getting on Facebook groups that are paid can be a little better than just open and free, and that you just go to town or one or two of the groups, maybe three, but don't spread yourself too thin here, and you go deep on some of these topics, and you're just really there to help and to invigorate the community along the way. Press pitch, yeah, so press releases, of course, press pitch like Haro, Help a Reporter Out, Muck Rack. These are places where you can go on and get journalists to speak about you and to connect with you. So absolutely, don't forget the good old traditional press, right? Now, I'm talking about specific outreach and research here, not just pushing out press releases. Although press releases are interesting, it's often just about you, about the company, and how wonderful you are. I can see how larger firms just do that part of their marketing mix, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about direct outreach and research. SlideShare presentations, mentioned it briefly. Fantastic platform, slideshare.net. Upload your PowerPoints, your PDFs, Word documents, and title it correctly. Create a good description for it. You can SEO that also so that it shows up in organic, and of course sharing it out when you're speaking at conferences, and again creating lead generation forms from it as well. Authority guide, yes, like we talked about ebooks, the playbooks. Well, an authority guide, the 7 things you need to know about X, right? Don't ever, hire another attorney until you know these 10 things, right? That kind of concept. But it's an authority guide, and maybe it's a buyer's guide, maybe it's a consumer's guide. But this one here might need a little more detail than a general ebook, because you're creating an authority guide that basically is for your industry. But again, tremendous leverage. You can use it for your lead forms, for your lead captures, and build and nurture that funnel. Case studies, again, very similar, but here you're breaking down, sort of starting with the problem. The case study starts out with the problem, the challenges that you had, and the steps you did to solve it, and the results of that. Just fantastic way to really answer questions that your prospective clients will have, but that showcases you as the authority and explains how you solved certain problems. It's a fantastic way to go. I actually use this, we use this ourselves in a very favorable way. So branding, person or logo I put here. So you want to always think about how to brand and position your brand. And if you want to be sort of the person at the forefront, like a Branson for Virgin, or if you just want to be in logo. Well, people buy from people. The notion of just a logo and hide behind the logo is not one that I particularly advocate, but I realize there are some businesses that sort of the logo idea is okay to use, but having a person or maybe an avatar or some entity that people connect with at a personal level, as in a personality, is a great way to go and will really boost and connect you to your better audience. They'll kind of know and understand you from that personal perspective. Conference speaking, alluded to it a little bit earlier. You want to make sure that you hit your conferences in your market and that you get speaking engagements there. I can tell you more about this if you want to reach out to me. I have some great case studies here as well. But conference speaking is a must if you want to get that leadership position, as well as driving leads and clients to your business. And of course, this is one of my favorites. Get an SEO strategy in place. Search engine optimization. This is not overnight, but the fact that you can not only build a high performance website that serves your audience with the right messages to that market, but that you have incoming traffic that's organic, that's natural, that's free in quotes, because you will need to build this, is a fantastic way to go. And you will have opportunities to test the incoming traffic for conversions. You'll be seen as an authority out there. Google, when they Google your name or they Google keywords and you keep showing up, clearly this person or this company is on the ball, right? So build an SEO strategy. Email outreach. This is, again, this idea that you don't sit stale with content or products or services, but you're actually reaching out to your market. Ninja Outreach is great here. Go to buzzsumo.com and find out what content is working. Connect with them and let them know that you found this great post on their website and you'd like to contribute to it, or you'd like to make a comment, or you'd like to interview them for a podcast, something that you have coming up, right? So reaching out via email, we do it all the time. We also use Gmail plugins and accounts and tools that really help automate this and track it and follow up. So email outreach is huge, and you should not underestimate this one. So I've come to the end of the presentation here, but I wanted you to take a look at these and get these killer tips in for getting more clients. If you want to see more, you can go to jonrognerud.com/seminars. This is where I'm collecting all my peeps, my network, for learning and understanding more about the online game, but opportunities that you are probably missing right now, and it's all free. So just go there and take a look-see, and if you want more, then of course you can just punch in your email and you're off and running. So I really appreciate you watching this. Wow, it got to be 20 minutes. So hope you appreciate it. I enjoyed making it for you, and I'll talk to you soon. And take action on just 2 or 3 of these and watch what happens. Take good care.